Hey everyone, this is Viren and welcome back to another tutorial on Google Analytics. In this tutorial, I'm gonna show how you can play around with data in each of the reports. So as you can see that Google Analytics has lots of different kinds of reports under all of these categories. And if you were to open up any category, for example, say your audience location. Now, no matter which report you open up, there are lots and lots of options all over the report with which you can manipulate the data or play around with the data in this report. So I'm just going to show you what each of these options does for you. Customizing is basically an option where you can change the data that these tables are showing, and you can create an own custom report out of what is required to you. We'll get into this later in another video. You can email these reports to anyone. You can export it as in any of these formats. You can add it to your own dashboard. You can create a shortcut for it, and that gets added here under the customized reports under shortcuts. There's a time panel. You can decide on what time frame you want to see your data for. You can compare your data with the previous time period of the same number of days. So if I was to click apply, there you go. Analytics is going to show you the difference in the data between those two time ranges that you've selected, what metric has gone up or down, and by what percentage. So that's a very cool feature to have. You can also drill down on the segment that you're trying to analyze. Do you want to analyze all users, or do you want to analyze only certain types of users who've made a purchase, or like you want to just analyze your mobile traffic or your organic traffic? So what segment of your users are you trying to see this report for? For now, let's leave it at all users. So you can decide on whether you want to see a map or you want to see a graph out here, a map for summary or for site usage, which location has most site usage, which location has more of your goals fulfilled, or if you have e-commerce set up, where are you earning the most revenue from? You can just see this as a graph as well. Now you'll see not by location but the total number of users or total number of transactions if you go to e-commerce. And you can see this data for every day or per week or per month. You can also change this into a motion chart if you want. And finally, this detailed table down here, which will give you an overview of every country. You can change the primary dimension, which is this row out here, to city or continent or subcontinent. You can add a secondary dimension to it as well. So for example, if I wanted to see what, say, gender uses my website the most, I could just go and search gender here. And there you see a secondary dimension has been added, and now I can see that males use my website more in USA and then females are lesser in number, and get more idea about that. I can even make a search. So for example, I just wanted to know about the traffic in India. So I'll search India. And there you go. Now I can see traffic only from India. You can even, so once I remove this, you can decide on how you want to sort by data, by users or by new users. Just click here. Now the data will get sorted by sessions, and you can sort data that way. There are advanced search options as well, where you can have multiple criterias that the country should contain this and the city should contain this, and you can apply those as well. There are different types of graphs that you can create. Instead of wanting to see this table, you could want to see this as a pie chart, as a bar graph. And there are these different kinds of graphs. You can explore each of them and see how you want this data to be represented for you. And that's about it. So each report gives you all of these ways of playing around with data and getting an overview to understand your reports better. I hope this was helpful to you. In the next videos I'll start explaining all these reports in detail, and I hope you've integrated Google Analytics to your website so far, and you're all ready to get started with your reports. Thanks and have a great day.